welcome back to another MCC News. It is January, it's the 28th, 2018. Hopefully you've had a great weekend. I definitely haven't, and we'll go into that more in a minute because a shameless plug, I've put myself in one of the news things because I have to give you a bit of information of what's gone on to my channel over the last 48 hours. But it's still a lot of fun and a great kind of Marvel Contest of Champions related stories that I want to sink my teeth into, as well as let you know about, because they're quite important to the community. So without further ado, let's jump into these news stories. So if you don't know what's been going on with my channel in the last 48 hours, then let me just fill you in. So basically on Friday night I did a live stream, and prior to that live stream I was already demonetized on that for some reason, which obviously shouldn't be a case, and I can't really request on that because theoretically, how does that really work? Because I have to reach 1,000 views, and obviously that won't reach 1,000 views based on watching. Anyway, it's a whole kind of like difficult thing to explain, but that was the first thing. The second thing was all of my videos from Friday were not pushed out to my subscriber box, as well as promoted under the tags that it was meant to be promoted out on, which obviously is a usual case, and Marvel Contest of Champions news does reach you guys, as well as Marvel Contest of Champions like meta tags and search data, so it's a case it does get promoted, as well as covering certain aspects. So say if there's a news article like we're going to be discussing today, the Sabertooth and as well Bishop images, so therefore if I put in the search criteria, as well as if anybody searches up, they will get that based on it being there. Either way, it's really frustrating that it wasn't a case that reached there. But the second thing is that my videos got deleted. Yes, really odd. My videos got deleted from the last few days, as well as not being pushed out to people. All of January seemed to just go just like that, and it was really strange. So this image here is a state of affairs of my channel at the point of, I think it was end of play Saturday, in that most of my videos for January were missing. So far, YouTube haven't really responded to anything that I've kind of come up with regards to criticism to them about why they've done this, even asking me to provide them with the information for the YouTube URLs for the videos, which, you know, I don't have the time to get about 30 plus videos to them to let them know, hey, yeah, put them back. I mean, surely they can come into my account and then just see, okay, your video manager says you've got these videos, but we're seeing they're not there. Either way, it's very disappointing. Since recording this video, my videos from the last 48 hours have been returned, which is good, but my popular uploads have gone. So I don't know where my insane videos, with the ones of Hulk, the Permastun video, also the many Prem crystal openings, as well as standard crystal openings, as well as my Blade crystal openings went. I do not know why they did that, and I'm still yet to hear a really decent response, actually any response. I have played ball, I have not sworn, I've been on my best behavior. You know, I do not try and kind of wind anyone up. Rivalries and kind of stuff like that, I do try and keep myself on the fence of. At the same time, I will give a slight opinion on things, but at the same time look at where we can like improve. So you know, I just don't know why I'm being hit in such a way like this. It's a case every single time I release a video, there is a demonetization on there. I've constantly changed my tags in line with what it could be, and they have still not responded back on a video, a breaking news video from about a month ago, where they said that the video could have been inappropriate for tags, for thumbnails, and also the title. So I changed the title to family friendly news, as well as changing the tags and the thumbnail, and I'm still demonetized. It's a bit ridiculous. I hope they up their game. I hope I get an apology and also an explanation of what the heck is going on to my channel, because there have been people contacting me saying, what the hell is going on with your YouTube channel? And it's YouTube. They seem to be not giving me the correct feedback on stuff at the same time, and they're not really being quite helpful. So that's the thing. I'm going to rub that under the carpet, and I'm going to focus on my content and go forward. But I do appreciate YouTube giving me a response, and I appreciate all the love and support you've given me. If you've been commenting on a community page, then thank you very much. But let's get into these Marvel Contest of Champions stories. And sorry about this. Sorry to bore you on it. So currently in the App Store for Apple, I don't know if this is something that's on Android, I think it's just an Apple kind of exclusive. There's a behind the scenes thing going on where you get information like the developers talking with, I don't know if they sit down with Apple and kind of discussing with regards to the game. The next thing is that in this particular post, there's a mention of a Mystique kind of like thing, because it's like difficult. The games developers are saying, oh, it's a little bit difficult with regards to shape shifting. Hey guys, you know, you have the capability to do it. You put MODOK in the game, for God's sakes. I'm sure you can do it. At the same way, you'll be able to kind of understand the dynamics of kind of creating a character like Quicksilver, because like it's something we need in the game. And the final part of this story is the story mode. Now, in this article, the conversation with the guys, they do say about the next kind of story, and it being about the Infinity Stones as well as stuff with Thanos. Now, obviously, we were told that a continuation from Act 5 would be all about the story with Karina and the Collector. So, don't know what's going on here, whether or not it's going to be a separate story or it's going to be like a special event or something like that. Really don't know. Or it's going to be similar to like Civil War when we had a complete contest-based change for a brief period of time. So this will be quite exciting to find out what is next and in line with regards to the story mode. I hope that it's a continuation of that story, because Karina is now a crystal kind of entity, whereas before in the Young Elders kind of prequel, if you've seen the cutscenes, you'll know what I mean, that she was being put back together again, or something was happening with that. So I don't really know with regards to the story experience. Hopefully it's a case very soon that we understand what they're doing in future. Oh, and shout out to Kayla for sending me this story. This is really cool. Thanks for sending this. Our next story that's getting a little bit of traction, I think it will gain quite a lot. It has happened to me, and I think it's happened to a lot of players, and I think we are just like chomping at the bit with regards to like 17.0 or 17.1 or whatever is coming in the next update next week, because we really need it. Dashback glitches seem to be a big thing, and I've had it where I've been playing today, and it's just a case like I've been tapping away, and all of a sudden I've shot backwards, and I'm like, what the heck? I didn't do that. I didn't do a dash back, but it seems to be that, and like, I don't really understand with regards to the sensitivity. Is it something to do with my particular iPhone? But a lot of people are experiencing the same problems, and obviously it's really important, if you go to the link in this forum, you have had the same issue, put the device you've been using, just so that then they can go, right, okay, it's either an iPhone based problem, an Apple based problem, an iPad problem, or an Android device problem. You know, let them know, because it's really important, because then they can just go like, right, okay, we'll check here first. But if a lot of people are experiencing, then it could be something with regards to a real need for the next update. Our next story is all about the kind of like Apple disclosure and the disclosure of loot box drop rate, which obviously is incredibly important, and obviously a little bit exciting for the community, because they really would like to see how certain rates of champions dropped. And this information still hasn't got out to the community as well as Apple. At the moment, I have not seen anything, so it will be like, we'll be watching this like a hawk to see when this actually happens. So far, the forum post has got like 28.8k views as well as 700 comments on this, so it's still something that a lot of the community is still very interested in, especially when it comes to, say, your favorite featured, or we'd say your favorite Marvel Contested Champions champion. But I don't know how in particular they're going to work this with regards to disclosure of what is dropping. The discussion really goes on and on and on, and there's 25 pages of discussion points. There's some great stuff with people, and I think that is really important, not to get too kind of like angry at one another or kind of get, you know, disappointed, but at the same time there needs to be a discussion. Kabam have kind of like loosely been in this, and I think it's a case of saying, yeah, okay, we will comply, but it will be quite interesting to find out the kind of minutiae of how they're going to work the plan. With recent changes to the featured crystal function, I feel that that is something that they are aiming towards. Say it was a case that with a standard 5-star featured, that they will go, hey, there's I don't know, 5% chance to get a featured 5-star. Whereas before, like now, it's different case, because when we have the new crystal go live, you could say, oh yeah, because there's a load of featured in there, it's then increased rates, so you feel more luckier. There's like a 15% chance to get a 5-star featured out of that, or it's from the featured pool. It's like the changes that they have made are in order to kind of save face with regards to future disclosure of this stuff. And I don't know if that's me just being a little bit too kind of critical of the situation, but it just does feel that they have prepared themselves logically for disclosing that information when we're looking at, say, the drop rate for that. People won't really care with regards to that. If they say, okay, well, if you buy a 5-star featured, a 5-star basic, you'll go, well, I'm guaranteed a 5-star basic. That's obvious. But with regards to saying, right, well, okay, you can, any champion it's a random drop rate, so we don't really have to disclose that. That's fine. But when it comes to the 5-star featured, they can then bend the rules a little bit, because everyone is theoretically a winner. unfortunately, it still means that there's a good chance you'll get something terrible, but at the same time, they don't have to disclose very much. Where I feel they will have to disclose is when it comes to Grandmaster crystals, and that's again goes back to like them delivering luck-based systems, saying that okay, well there's a 5% chance that you will get a 5-star from that crystal. There's a 25% chance that you will get a 4-star, and then there's a 60% chance that you will get the other one, or a 75. I haven't worked this out properly, but I think that's how they'll work it. They'll say that it's like a low percentage to get a 5-star or a 5-star featured. It's then a 10% chance to get a standard basic 5-star from there, and at the same time then it goes down for a 4, and then a larger chunk with regards to 3, meaning fairly likely that you will get a 3-star from a featured Grandmaster crystal. And now on to our final story, and probably the most exciting thing is the likeness and pictures and icon that we see here. This source is pretty reliable, and obviously this has been delivered by Marvel Contest of Champions Trucos, and do go over and support that page. Trucos is amazing. Twitter, I think he's Facebook and YouTube, so you know, definitely go over and make sure that you are following him, because you get some sensational information. But in particular, we have the images of Bishop and we have the images of Sabertooth, and obviously I'm not overly excited about Sabertooth, but as long as he's got decent synergy work with regards to Wolverine, I'm happy. And also at the same time, probably stuff with X-23. When it comes to Bishop, oh, he's looking good. One of my favorite X-Men is Bishop. I just remember watching back in the day, X-Men animated series, great show, and at the same time we've got this kind of like 90s feel to it, because obviously we've got Wolverine looking like, you know, pretty cool. We've also got Cyclops, the kind of the 90s version. And also we've got obviously Bishop and Sabertooth. It does feel that we've got something going on, and it may be a case of like, you know, similar Days of Future Past. I don't know what's going to be going there, but if they do I think Frojo will probably be frothing at the mouth as well as I am if they do like an X-Men Days of Future Past thing, because that would just going to be so cool. We've got Cable in the game. Oh man, the excitement. But anyway, look-wise, I think he's rock solid. This has been tipped for a March release, so again, this is going to be great. Not too long to wait. And there's 3 decent champions that I'm really looking forward to. We've got Blade Crystals coming out in the 22nd of February, so obviously that's some of my 5-star shards going to be going on that. The next thing is that we'll then have next month we've got the regenning Hulk. Obviously Red Hulk does regen, I know, but we got Gladiator Hulk, we got Hulk Ragnarok even, and that's exciting. I'm tempted to kind of go for him. And then finally the next month, March, we've got Bishop. Like, this is a win-win situation, so I'm pretty happy, whatever. And most part of the look you can see, obviously these images here are not in any association, they come from a different PNG images from Google, but with regards to the look on the left hand side, it does look like a pretty solid look. So I'm really excited. Hopefully they get the abilities right, and hopefully that he's going to be absolutely amazing. So look out for that. Exciting times ahead. So that's been MCC News. It's been a very mixed weekend for myself, having my lens break. I did say in the other video that I repaired it. It's not. I've got to send it back and get a new one. This lens isn't great for this camera. So yeah, a bit disappointing. As well as this YouTube BS has got me a little bit of a downer, but at the same time, if I can pull through it, and obviously with you guys and your amazing support, I should be absolutely fine. So thanks very much for ongoing support, and as well as watching this MCC News for January 28th, 2018. Have a great day, and as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye for now.